What is going on, guys? I'm out here enjoying this beautiful late spring, early summer weather, here to tell you the do's and don'ts of warming up before running or really any strenuous physical activity. The biggest thing that you do not want to do before going out on a run is stretching. No, cut that out. Stop it. Here's why stretching is the worst thing you can do before a run. Take this sponge, okay? Think of this sponge as your muscle. Now bear with me, this might sound crazy, but I'll explain. Before you go out and do your run, your muscle is hard, it is stiff, it is not pliable. So if you try to stretch it, like the sponge, either it won't do much, or it didn't break. It was supposed to break. It'll break. But you get the idea, right? Stretching before a run while your muscles are still tight could very easily lead to injury, and if it doesn't, it's not going to do much to warm you up. But anyways, back to the sponge analogy. After you have warmed up your muscles, they will be just like a wet sponge. They're more pliable, more flexible. I am wet, and they will have a much wider range of motion than the dry sponge would have. Now, the best way to get your muscles warmed up without the risk of damaging them with stretching is to do some dynamic drills. Now, obviously, you might not know what dynamic drills to do or what even dynamic drills are, so I'm going to show you that right now. Okay, so a couple quick important things before I get started with these drills. First, you only want your movements to be as far as your range of motion will allow. You do not want to push past that range of motion because if you do, again, you could risk injury. Second, these are going to generally go in the order of least strenuous to most strenuous, because as you do more of these drills, your body will warm up more and be able to handle the more intense drills. First, I do leg swings. This loosens up the hip flexors, both the side and the front ones. And again, you do not want to go past your range of motion. Just let gravity take you through the swing. Next, I like to do some nice easy skipping. This is really just to keep warming up the legs. I do these first just normal, then I incorporate a forward arm swing just to loosen up the arms as well, and then a backwards arm swing. Next, some karaokes. These can be hard at first to do because it's a bit of a more complicated move, but once you get it down, you look like a pro. Then we have butt kicks. This is really good for firing both the calves and the hamstrings, followed by high knees, which activates your quads and your glutes. After that, we have our series of A skips, B skips, and C skips. For A skips, you really want to exaggerate that motion of driving the knee up. B skips, you're doing basically the same thing, but now you are extending that leg out and then snapping it back. And then C skips, you're incorporating one skip out to the side to help to loosen your hips up just a bit more. Okay, gang, now you are ready to run. Well, guys, I hope you got something out of this video about the do's and don'ts of warming up. And until next time, I will see you later.